Wow.
Do you want to say something first?
Do you have anything?
I mean, this is what.
Kids,
I
yes,
love.
because like the only thought I've been having in my head, not super answering your question. The only thought I've been having in my head is when you type your eyebrows, because Leanne's eyebrows last time.
My whole face lah, right?
Hey guys, I'm John and welcome to Soziety TV. This is episode 1. Maiden episode, pilot episode, launch episode, whatever you want to call it. And I've got some friends with me today and they are...
Oh, me. Hi, I'm Leanne and I'm one of the leaders here at Soziety.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I am from SozietyTV.
and he's Sean. So today we're gonna talk about something that it came to my mind because a memory was sparked a couple of days ago. So I remember having a conversation with a leader, a Christian leader, a couple of years ago, and he essentially believes in this, that any form of alteration to your appearance is kind of like a slight to God or to our Maker. So he believes that you should accept the way God made you. Like literally the way you are, that's the way God made you. You should just accept it, right? So he was against all forms of makeup. He even did not believe in wearing braces, right? So, basically any alteration, modification, whatever you call it to your appearance, it was just like, no. So I was just thinking about that. How do we as Christians, how much emphasis can we actually give to our outward appearance? So things like makeup, fashion and all that. What do you guys think?
For me personally, I wear makeup not to cover up my pimples. I mean, clearly you can see a huge pimple on my face here, right? I don't do it to cover up my pimples or to like cover up anything. If anything, I use makeup to really just enhance certain features or on my face, like, oh, look at that cheekbones, that highlight. I mean, they look like they don't understand, but I'm sure you get me. Or like just curl my lashes to give it that effect, that full volume look and all that kind of stuff. Basically to just enhance. And I think apart from that, I like the idea of makeup because for me personally, I can use it as a creative platform to really just experiment and try different styles with it as well. Like that's my view and take on makeup.
So wait, all that you mentioned, I think it comes down to, again, just boosting confidence. Because you do feel a little bit more confident when, for example, you put a little bit more thought to your outfit. And you like the way your outfit falls into place. I mean, one of the great tragedies of life is when you got a sick outfit and then you waste it because like your events of the day get cancelled or
Tragedies of life.
the occasion that you were dressing up for suddenly doesn't come to pass. Yeah, it's like, oh man, I wasted a great outfit. But I think, how do we then draw the line between confidence and vanity?
Wow.
What do you guys think? How do you draw the line? Like, am I doing this because I'm
Seems like
vain,
a
or I'm
thin
doing
line.
this because I just want to enhance my appearance so that I can boost my confidence? Which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you want to say something first?
Do you have anything?
I mean, this is what.
Kids,
I
yes,
love.
because the only thought I've been having in my head, not super answering your question, the only thought I've been having in my head is when you type your eyebrows, because Leanne's eyebrows last time.
My whole face lah,
When you
right?
type your eyebrows, it's kind of like you make up, but then guys cut their hair and cannot cut hair, man, and then you're kind of like, that's the only thing that's been going through my mind
I
actually.
mean, guys work out as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, because I kind of try to work out, right? But I remember a point of time where when I was in high school, I was like, stick thin, I was skinny. But then later, as I started working out, my shoulders became broader, my arms became bigger, chest wider. You do look better, and you do actually feel a lot more confident.
Yeah.
Right. So,
how do we draw the line, or how I draw the line is how much is this taking out of me? Like how much time is it taking out of me? How much resource, how much money is it taking out of me? How much is it affecting my relationships? Am I becoming a nasty person or things like that? I think that's how I would draw the line for my life personally.
Yeah, and I think to write with what Sean said, like vanity is not gonna last, but confidence will. Because like if you put on full-on makeup every single day, if that is your everyday makeup, I don't know about you, but for me it's super tiring. And to go home after a long day in Malaysian weather, humid, to remove all that gunk from your face, it's not gonna take like one swipe. You're gonna have to like really clean your face. You're gonna have to really wash your face. It's a hassle, and I like being efficient with my time. So that's why for me, I like the very simple looks, which in that sense helps me boost my confidence. But it's also very practical. Confidence, if you're using it and channeling it in the right manner, is really gonna bring out the best of you, and so much more than just looking and feeling good. Yeah.
Yeah. So you tapping on that, you mentioned great stuff, Leanne, and Sean, you mentioned about you want to work out because you just want to have a great body, right? So because you want to feel, and I think in a way, it can also be argued that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. So you want to take care of your body. You want to be good steward of it.
Renovating my temple.
Renovating. That's right. You just want to be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be, right? So I'm gonna throw something else into the works here. What about posting things like, for example, showing pictures of showing off your body, like
What me?
because you do it, right? I don't know. It is my understanding amongst the three of us, you're the only one that does it, right? So I'm talking topless pictures for guys.
Okay.
Talking bikini pictures for girls, right? So because I think that's something that it's not very common, but it does happen. People do post it. As Christians, because this is after all supposedly a Christian channel or Christian content, how should we approach that? What do you guys think?
I think I need to clear the one first. I do post like topless photos. If you were to argue, I would argue like on my private account. The thing about my private account, see, this is me being defensive, It's me being defensive. The thing about my private account is I filter through all my followers, and I make sure that there's like about 25 or less people on it, and like it's people I trust, like my close friends, like friends that I know aren't gonna be creepy with my photos, if I can say that, whatever that means. And also it's just, if you ask me for a reason, I just want to show people that
You renovated
I renovated my temple. Like legit.
So in some sense, you have selected vanity.
I
You have selected vanity.
in some sense,
It's
I do, yeah.
I just want this bunch of people to know I have a good body, and that's what matters, right? As long as
This sounds so bad.
as long as these few people know, it's cool. But the rest of the world doesn't need to know. Got it. We'll come back.
We'll come back. Yeah. Let's see what Leanne has to say.
We'll come back to that in a moment. Leanne, what do you think?
Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm happy to be one of those people.
Yeah, Leanne is in this group.
But yeah, I think for me personally, like I don't post bikini pictures because I'm not comfortable showing that much skin. Like that's just for me. Like
Yeah.
I do work out as well. I do renovate my temple as well. Like I do all those stuff, but I just don't feel comfortable showing that much skin in a bikini picture. I actually used to post like me in my gym clothes. I used to do that, but then after a while, I kind of had to question myself, like, why do I want to post it? Because my intentions were not so much like Sean's like, oh, I want to show like that I have a nice body, I worked hard for it kind of thing. Yeah, love yourself. But for me, I think I was going down a very unhealthy spiral with my intentions of wanting to post it because I knew for a clear fact I was doing it to prove a point. I tried to do it on a positive intention at first, like to motivate other people to work out, but I realized that it was more for me than to spread that positive message. And that's when I started going down a very unhealthy spiral, because on days when I didn't look so good, I would feel very, very bad and as if I wasn't working out hard enough. And yeah, I just didn't feel like my self-esteem would then go very up and down, up and down, up and down. And it was just very unhealthy. Currently, I actually removed all of it because I knew my intentions were not healthy.
So that's the word right there. Intentions. Just want to ask you guys your opinion, right? Is it safe to assume that whenever people post this type of pictures, whether it's a topless pic or bikini pic, the intention, whether it's conscious or subconscious, is really just to get attention or to get likes? Because why else would you want to post this kind of thing? You have conversations with your friends or your people.
Yeah.
What do they say? Like, what's the counter argument to that?
Yeah, I think I've heard people say things like, it's like, especially for guys, like they'll say like, culturally, guy, you go swimming pool, guy all no wear shirt, right? And things like that. But I think it comes back down to intentions, right? Or what you say about intentions, and why would you post yourself without a shirt? And I think a very good gauge for intentions, like I'm like super out there. I'm there just to show my 26, 25 followers that, hey guys, I work out. But if you ever tell me one day, hey Sean, I think you should delete all of this and remove it off Instagram, I would very well just, if it stumbles, if it causes you to stumble, I'll take it off. But
It's causing me to stumble.
oh really, is it? Then I'll take it off. if it is. So I think that's a good gauge for myself, at least, of what my intentions are. If someone comments about it, and if I feel like, what, I just post like that only, what's wrong with it? And for myself, if I feel like the need to defend myself, then I think that I have gone from like the line we talked about, from confidence to a very unhealthy vanity. That's why I feel when it comes to the intentions.
Yeah. I've had conversations with my friends as well who like say that they post these kind of things, whether it's on their private or non-private account, whichever account, it doesn't matter. But they just say things like, it's also for memories lah. Like, it's kind of like their log to keep track of their progress, or just to kind of just for their own self.
So for me, it's like there's nothing wrong with wearing a bikini. Or yes, you're right. If you go to the swimming pool, you take your shirt off, right? And that's fine. And there's also nothing wrong with taking pictures to kind of like remember a moment or capture a moment and all that kind of thing. But the question is then why do we have to post it? Because it comes back down to intentions, right? If your intention is to, I just want to keep it for memory's sake, I'm saying you got a gallery where you can store photos on your phone or on cloud or your computer, your hard drive, wherever. You don't necessarily need to post it, because when I think it comes to vanity, it's about drawing a lot of attention to ourselves. Because make no mistake about it, vanity doesn't just involve topless or bikini pictures. Pastors can be vain as well. So when a pastor posts an event that he just had, like a big event, massive crowds, or maybe he does a little trick where like there's actually not that many people in the service, but they take from a certain angle to make it look like, wow, my ministry's happening. Now, on one hand, they can say, I'm posting this because I want to glorify God, or I want people to be encouraged with what God is doing, blah, blah, blah. But on the other hand, they could also have the intention of, I want to show other people that I'm actually doing well, that my ministry is great. So that's a form of vanity as well. But the tricky thing when it comes down to intentions is that I think ultimately it's between God and you. Like I can't evaluate your intentions. I can't.
Yeah.
We can't evaluate everyone's intentions. Yep. But it comes down to that. What is your intention of posting? And I'm speaking from a Christian perspective, because I remember what 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, where it says, whether you eat or drink and whatever that you do, do it for the glory of God. Amen. And I want to just pick up on what you mentioned, Leanne, where you said that, hey, this is my platform. I get to put whatever I want on it. So I'm talking from a Christian perspective now, right?
Yeah.
So if you're not a Christian and you're watching this, tuning into this, right, doesn't really apply to you because I'm talking to Christians, right? I feel that as Christians, Jesus has to be Lord of every area of our life, even our social media, even what we post, because He's either Lord of all or not Lord at all, right? It doesn't make sense if we say He's our Lord, but then all these areas in our life, okay, God, you can dictate it, but in some areas, nah, I use my own standards to measure it, because I think at the end of the day, we got to be really practical as well, that the things that we post, it does have an effect.
Yeah.
It does send a message, right? It does speak of what we believe in. So yeah, and I also stand by this principle, right? Just because it has happened doesn't mean it needs to be on social media.
Yep.
Or just because it's not on social media, it does not mean it did not happen, right? We don't need the internet to validate our progress, right? Whether it's a good body, or whether we bought a new car because we hustled really hard, or whether we managed to go on this holiday because we're blessed and all that. Now, we don't need to flex these things, but again, it comes down to intentions, and I feel like that's between God and you. Cool. So hey, thanks for tuning into this episode of Society TV. Now, if whatever that we have discussed today, it kind of like sparked something in you, or it got you to think a little bit more, and you've got some thoughts, leave us some comments, feedback, or come and engage us on our Instagram. But thank you for tuning in. We hope that this episode was meaningful to you and that it will cause you to think more and to dig deeper into God. God bless and see you next time. Peace. Yay.